welcome everyone. Um, Usually I'm doing a lot of like, I don't know, workshops or interactive sessions. So it's a little bit unusual that um, it's just me talking. But but I also hear after the presentation, there's also a room for a lot of then questions. So I'm hoping then to hear a lot of questions afterwards. Um, Great. So I would like to show a couple of slides. I would also like to go on a mirror board where I would show some examples of how we, yes, of how we approach AI and how we could develop an AI solution concepts. And we could look into the area of um, music and theater. Great. I'm just going to my slides. So you see here the slides, and I'm going here full screen of an experience session. And a little bit, I thought this could be like an experience session. We will also go on a mirror board and let's see whether we can also do something there. Not very interactive. Maybe I'm just doing a little bit, but let's see how that could work out. So on the mirror board, we will look at how do we develop concepts, and by doing so, we'll experience a little bit of the AI design sprint. Yes, Maria already introduced me a little bit. So yes, so we are 33A. I'm the co-founder. I think everything has been said. We are a small team. If you go on the website, there are more people than here on the slide. I'm the designer. There are also technical people here on the slide, Joanne and Eric, and others. Um, I'm the designer, so yeah, in a way, I kind of designed. So the AI design sprint is very much about design thinking and sort of system design in the space of AI. So yes, so that makes sense as a designer to work with that. But what we do is we train people in the AI design sprint. Sometimes we also lead AI design sprints. And what it means is that we enable teams to develop AI application concepts, and then we have our own technical team also who would then also perform. We'll get later to the slide, but they would then do take over and actually build the solution. Great. So it's not only developing some cool concepts or interesting concepts. Of course, it's all about what can be built, what can we bring into reality. And here, where I can say, so our people we are working with are usually from large companies, but so we have, yes, maybe I can say so. What we do are company team trainings. So it's usually teams from large companies, but also we have boot camps where individual people come in, and so therefore it's people who come from a perspective of large companies, but also really from small or medium-sized companies. Yes, wondering about how could we use AI. And I show a little bit how we could also, and then maybe also put it like into your perspective. How could I, as a student or soon to be completed, graduated person from a university, and also then here within the area of music and theater, how how could I then use AI, and how could I put AI into use? Okay, great. So maybe I can just quickly say a lot of stuff on the tech side, and you might also be, I don't know, everyone's AI is rightly a hot topic. A lot of stuff happened on the technical side of AI. I just introduce a little bit. So there's image generation. We see here on the left side an image generated within fashion or art. On the right side, it goes into the three-dimensional world within product design, or here it's the example is architecture. You might be familiar with that Google just came out with their latest model on video generation. So here you could type in a short sentence, and then the AI creates a video, and the new version of it is that it also adds the audio part. This is a robot from Unitre. You could actually buy this robot. It can do kung fu, but it can also perform simple tasks within production, but also in the household. Maybe taking a step back, this is why 33A exists. We see that there's still different groups of people out there, the business people and the tech people, and maybe more from your perspective, people who are within music and theater, within the arts, and then on the other side there are maybe technical people out there, and they have a hard time to understand each other because they're speaking different languages. And so the AI design sprint actually is the way to bring those two together. So the art student could now sit together with a technical person and develop an AI solution for something within the arts. So it's about bringing people together, finding out where it's most valuable to apply AI, and then quickly come to a solution. Taking more a step back, where does the AI design sprint come from? So there's this term design sprint in it, and on purpose, because it's based on the what Google developed, the Google design sprint. So before the Google design sprint projects took weeks or months time to develop some form of a prototype, something tangible. And so they developed this design sprint, this format to put it into a week. And you could apply it quite broadly, answering critical business questions. With the AI design sprint, when we also talked with companies, maybe also individuals, they don't want to sit there for a week to then come. Yeah. A week is just too long. So we compressed it. So within a day or even shorter, people can come and develop an AI solution concept or So if they have a problem or or a situation where they need an AI solution, then within a day or even shorter, they develop a way how to solve this with AI. So we end here. The focus is on AI. That means we developed specific tools, and you will see that soon. the AI cards and the canvas to help people understand and work with AI. And we are super happy that Jay Knapp, the developer of the Google Design Sprint, likes the AI Design Sprint. Then just super quickly, still high level, we have different formats. Sometimes when you, and that could also be for an individual, like a student within the arts, either you would be on the left side where it's about AI opportunity mapping. That means you don't know yet the specific problem or the specifics, what you're looking for, but you just have a large area in front of you. For example, I know large music and then maybe a specific genre or music within, I don't know, specific geographical area, and it's this and this space. You could define it, and it's still a large space. And here, the AI opportunity mapping is a way to then find out what could be could be the potential impact of AI on this space. So you get this overview of what could AI do in this large space. And later on, I'll show you also on the mirror board how we do this. Then on the right side, we have two formats where it's already very specific or more detailed, where it's about developing actually detailed concepts. That means if you have a specific problem, or I don't know, you need to, I don't know, start your career and connect with cool conductors or find your first place of work. Okay, this is a more specific problem. Then you can already go into that space. But of course, we do also do that with businesses, and so it's on the left side, it's very high level. On the right side, it's very specific already. Okay, I'm just not torturing with all the stuff, but overall, after we develop a concept and we are here in the middle, then we would also come in with an AI technical expert. So at one point, you needed an AI technical expert to actually build it, to make it happen. And so what we do is the technical person would first come in and check your idea and say, okay, now I understand your idea and what AI should do according to you. And then the AI expert would then check, okay, do I have some data there? I don't know, what's the budget or whatever, or do you just need some available, accessible tools out there? So all of that, the AI technical expert would first check, and then they would probably meet with you and say, okay, this is, and then would tell you, okay, this is the plan. This is how we could actually build it. And then you would say, okay, sounds fine. So after the tech check, you could have this meeting, and then it would, the technical person could build a prototype. And we do that within a week. This could be either they build something on their own, or they just say, okay, here is maybe in your case more, okay, here's a tool, an already available tool out there. But it also could be, yes, I'm also taking a step back. Maybe we could think about individual accessible already tools out there for you individually. But if you take a more a step back and say, okay, I will be working at, I know, a large theater, or I will have the super music career or whatever. Maybe you could also think about larger AI solutions that not only solve something for you individually, but maybe for your colleagues as a whole or the company. And then, yes, maybe we could also think in larger solutions. Great. I think then we can go into on the mirror board, but maybe I could share a little bit what we will also see then on this mirror board. What we have done is that um, we categorized AI capabilities. So in order that that non-technical people, and I guess most of you are non-technical, that you have an overview of what AI can do. That's how why we put AI capabilities into categories. So, for example, the first category, and it starts out first technically the least complex, and it increases then. So the last one you see here, AI controls machines and robots, that's robotics. That's very complex. The first category is AI finds and organizes information. That's relatively technically rather simpler than robotics. So these are the overall categories. Um, they are not, so we don't use technical terms. It's really from the user perspective written, so everyone can understand it. And underneath those categories, we have then specific AI technology. So on the top, you see for the example is the category AICs. And then underneath within this category, we have then specific AI capability cards that show, yes, that are more specific. So AI recognizes objects, it recognizes or it understands what happens in images, in videos, etc. And then each card, so we do that also sometimes on site, but we also do that remotely. But on the back side of the card, we also state use cases to show that this technology is actually out there available, and to show the breadth of AI application, or the breadth of this specific technology. For example, here AI recognizes object. What is the breadth of application within this space? Great. So now I thought we could jump on the mirror board, and I'm sharing here my screen. Okay, here is the mirror board, and we are super high level, and maybe we could look at this here. So what you see here are the AI cards on the board. And I already also shared, you can turn the cards around, so you can click on it, and then voila, you can look also on the backside. And then what we have here when we do AI opportunity mapping, when we look at a large area, then we map it, or we visualize here it's called like a systems map. And here the example is of the US healthcare system, but you could actually map also within arts your space to see who are the players, to have a very high level perspective on that rather complex space. So here there are three players: insurances, clinical care, and pharmaceuticals. And then in the middle, we are here human centered. Is the person, um, or the patient. And this could be a visualization of also your space. And what we then do is and maybe I could share a little bit our, yes. So we first write or write down where are the pain points. If we are looking at this large space, maybe music and arts, where is it? Where are we currently not happy with the situation right now? We would mark and describe it in our systems map, and then we could prioritize the pain points, and then we could then come with AI technology and see where we can do something. I have here, and I think I did it. I think now we are in English. Maybe then we can switch it around and put the English ones in it. I'm just doing it super fast. So what I prepared is, for example, we could yes, look at music and art. And I just asked ChatGPT, what are the overall super high level tasks within that space? And then ChatGPT told me, okay, one thing is creating, and the subcategories are writing or co-creating music. And the other one is developing concepts, themes, or personal style. Then it's rehearsing, performing, interpreting, collaborating with colleagues or directors, presenting, and then also presenting themselves. So if I would be a student, that could be a likelihood. So that could actually be the world out there if I would go out there. And maybe as a student, if I would start my career, I would first look here at the maybe presenting myself, and I need to collaborate. I need to connect maybe with, grow my network within colleagues or potential bosses. So if could be a visualization of very high level view of your area. And then we have here, this is still in German. Then we have here the AI cards. And now we would like to use the AI cards to see where could something interesting happen. So first I put down pain points. So for example, here, I did it in German. I didn't know whether it's German or English. But for example, here in the creating phase, it could be I'm missing focus. Or in the rehearsing, I'm still unexperienced. It could be here in presenting myself. I don't know how to present myself well, or I don't know really the practical ways forward. It could be in the collaborating. I have only a small network, or I don't know how to get to my first nice, cool, interesting position. So these could be pain points. And then you could start with AI technology, and I put down some AI potential AI technology. So we could then go through the cards and say, and we usually introduce one category. For example, here the category is AI finds and organizes information, and you could think about, so where would I need information? Where could I use this? Maybe it could be, and I think I put it here in this interpreting. Um, so if I would like to make artistic choices that align with the work and vision, maybe it would be interesting how other artists before me interpreted this specific piece of work in the past. So I have maybe a variety of different approaches from the past, and then I could maybe make a better choice what to do. So what we then do is, what you see here is we just write then something. We use the card and write that on the post-it and describe how would I use now this AI category technology at this space. We can go a little bit through that. So, for example, we have here this category, this pink category, and I just take here. Maybe I also need the category cards from here. I'm just grabbing here the categories from over here because they're in English. And then we could think about, okay, where could we, for example, use the category of decision making, where AI makes decisions and recommendations. Usually we, as a reference, could look at all the AI specific capabilities within this category, and then take this card and think about, okay, where would I need this in this space? Where are maybe some pain points? So maybe I would, I don't know. Yes, I already had one here. For example, here with the network, I have a too small network. Of course, I have a small network. I'm just starting out. So could maybe AI recommend me with which person, maybe colleague or potential colleague or potential boss I should connect with? Maybe the AI would have a knowledge about me and what I want, and maybe also have the information of the the network, the people who are out there, and could recommend me. Okay, AI um, could tell me with whom to connect and even how to connect with that specific person, for example. And then you could go to maybe other areas. Where else would I need this capability of decision making? Where would I usually take the decision, but maybe I could need some help with the decision making. And so the AI could actually help me. Um, Maybe it's in the rehearsing. Maybe I need some feedback. Maybe I could um, also take here decisions because I rehearse and then I make a decision. Okay, this was wrong. I could do better, or it should be different. So here, why could the AI tell me whether my performance was good or not? So the AI tells me about whether that rehearsal was good or not, and how to improve. As an example, so I'm just jumping a little bit through the AI categories. So to give you a sense of how we do it. So maybe I can go quickly through the categories. So we have here AI finds and organizes information. Here it gains insight. Here it understands the data. Um, and I could actually ask questions about it, and the AI would give me some insights, um, and I could give me really some has a really deep understanding of the data. Then it can perform tasks, simple tasks, but already now recently it can actually also go into very, very complex tasks and work on that. It can help me with the decision making. It can see, and then can do something about it. Maybe it can see, if I'm in a theater, it can see how I actually act with my body, and give me some feedback. AI reads and writes, and we know that from all the generative AI tools. It hears and talks, so I can talk with my computer, with the AI, like I do with a person. It senses the environment, so it even smells. It can taste. It can touch, etc. And AI creates, and that's so at least we can use maybe AI as a co-creator when it comes to, for example, music. It optimizes complex processes, and it also forecasts, so it sees in the future. So we always like to plan ahead, or know what's next, and AI has this capability. And yes, there is also robotics. I don't know whether we need robotics in our area here, but this is I just want to give you a little bit of a taste of how we systematically go through all AI capabilities and then match that with our area we are looking at. So, for example, it could be music and theater, or the arts. Um, and then we could, so usually we would have a lot of AI concepts here, and then we would see, okay, here in this space, I have a lot of AI, place a lot of AI cards, and some of the cards actually answer some of my pain points I have here, or there's something interesting happening. And then we could zoom in and say, I would like to look into more detail into that and see how a specific tool looks like. And then we would go here over to the right side, where we would map more specifically that space, and then develop a more detailed concept of, okay, about this area. So this as a mega overview of how we can go from a high level perspective. Um, and there we don't look at, oh, what are use cases or what are cool ideas out there already. No, we would like to consider all AI capabilities to really come up at the end with the best possible solution. And this is what you can do. You could look at your space, music and theater. Um, Maybe you have other areas than I have here, and then you could look at what could the AI capabilities do potentially here. And then you already see, okay, yes, and then you can select, okay, this is really interesting. And then you can decide at the end how much AI should how your part should still be and how much the AI should take. And then but at least you know that AI is capable in that space and you have a sense of what it can do. And then you can tell that already to a technical person and say, okay, AI can do this and this in this space. Could we sit down? Could you build something? Okay, I think I'm a little bit over time already, over my half hour. But I just want to give you this sense of we are using those really easy to understand AI cards. We go systematically through all AI capabilities and then match that with our space. And your space could be theater and music. And then you can identify where and how could you use AI in those areas. And probably you might, if you're looking then at the space and you spent a little bit of time and you matched all the AI cards here, it will be super, super colorful. But then you can zoom in and make decisions and say, okay, I'm very interested in this space. And this is really interesting. And how could I use that? Great. I hope that was a little bit helpful how we approach it or how you could also approach it, and find out and not go out and see, okay, what's all being done right now in my space out there, but really take a step back and start by all the AI capabilities and then to go from there and match that with your space and really then come up with new ways to use it and maybe also ways to use it that is uniquely to you and where you say this is really what I need and not make any solutions out there make it somehow fit to you, but first yes, find out what you really need, see all the AI opportunities, and then decide for yourself um, what you need. Great. Are there any questions?